Hello, housemates, and welcome to After Hours, Hoodoo House's sex talk show where we bring you that sweet southern spice for your everyday life. So today, our topic is My Heart Belongs to Zaddy. So next year I'm turning 40, and so I thought to invite a few 30-plus gentlemen callers in the Hoodoo room with me today as we discuss the essentials to becoming a fine, well-rounded Zaddy. So join me for After Hours. Hello, housemates, and welcome back. So today at After Hours, we are talking about Zaddies, daddies, your 40 plus, but in gay years we'll say 30 plus, gentlemen callers that are just refined and swagged out and living their best life. But we're going to talk today about what it means to be a good Zaddy. Do we like the term Zaddy? And what it takes to be a Zaddy. So, as y'all know, I am 39, I'm about to be 40. So, I'm about to cross over to that next phase where I might have to start thinking about beard dyes, not that I don't already, cutting people out of my life that don't need to be there, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I got some great guests in the house with me today. First, I get a check for him every month. Thank you, government. My good friend, Deldrick Sibley. You know him from Three is a Crowd. Thank you for having and joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I know, right? Cut that out. All right. Next, we have none other than a boo thing. He's on everything. My husband, Christian Williams.
Hello.
So, okay, guys, before we even start, do y'all mind just telling us your age? 39 here.
39.
30.
All right, so we've
Fresh.
got,
Couple of months.
and we also have the spirit of Methuselah with us as well. So we're gonna jump into the first
What y'all
question.
can do for me.
What do y'all consider to be a Zaddy?
Go for it.
For me, I would say 50 plus club. Cause 40 is young. 50 is young too, depending on how you
But
rock
what do
and
you
roll.
like? Not age, but what is it like to be a Zaddy?
You have to have swag. You have to have your own way of, your swag, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, professionally and socially. Both play a role because most quote unquote Zaddies, they dress younger, they act younger. They just have a swag about them. It's just something about their swag and their aura that would make you be like, I know they older,
Aura.
but they don't act like it.
What about you, Mr. Sibley?
Oh, well. For me, I totally agree with what Christian said, but this is the thing. I believe that it takes a little bit more to be called Zaddy. You have to not only have a swag about you, but also have a presence. And by that, I mean that you adapt to whatever situation you are in, and whether you work or a whore or whatever it is.
Because those are your two options, everyone.
Everyone.
You have work
and home.
or a whore.
I mean, in this day and age, let's be totally honest with you. If you in college, you probably putting yourself through college by.
With a sugar daddy.
Okay.
You can also get a scholarship, but that's another show.
That's
all
right,
right.
yeah, Southern
Next
University,
question.
but-
How do you feel? Because y'all are all over 30 now.
I'm not over 30. I'm 30 years old, couple of months.
You at that
You're over the
30.1 something.
Yeah.
How do you feel when younger guys call you Zaddy or Daddy? Is it derogatory or is it all right, bring it?
Never had that problem.
Wait, what?
I never had that problem. It's like, I'm daddy.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I know you've been called
Oh,
Zaddy or
Zaddy.
Zaddy.
Well, I mean, I'm everybody's daddy, so like,
Oh,
it doesn't
God.
matter. Like,
You see why I get a check for this?
I'm the equivalence of what you need to have in your life in order to motivate you to the next step or to, freak with. I mean, I'm going to do both. I'm going to get you to where you want to be and what you need to be in order for it to work with me.
So like if this was an infomercial, you're the one that just solves all those
I
problems.
am the person that solves all your problems.
All right, so wait, next question. Be honest. Was your sex life spicier when you were younger or now?
Now.
Me too. I find it so much more. Like when I was younger,
It was all about the nut when you were younger. Now
right.
it's like
Hashtag all about the nut.
it's all about the plus nut. Like it's all about what or how
Plus
you.
nut.
It's the
Yeah,
plus
the plus nut. It's the plus nut. But the reason why I'm saying it that way is it's about how you feel when you get that nut. Because you can bust a nut and not actually have no. It'd be like.
Get up and be like, okay, back.
Like
yeah,
a body.
like
He means just a body versus.
intimacy. Like, I mean, it don't have to be deep intimacy. It just has to be some type of connection. Because it would make a difference in how you nut.
And how sexy is too. Because the
And whether
connection
you
ain't
get
there.
round 2 or 3 or 4 or
15.
or 1.5, hell for that matter.
So we are all a part of that generation, and not so much my baby because he's on the cusp. He just crossed over. I don't even think he got his brochure yet. But
I will never receive one of those.
But you're
but
talking about the one that allows
we grew up
Mhm.
focused. Not on film. I will. No, but how do you feel about the digital world and dating versus we come from a place where you had a more organic experience to meeting somebody. It was more natural. You were out. You had these affinity spaces that you could go to really be around what you consider queer families. This new generation, they have those communities online. How do y'all feel?
I don't think that's a community. This is just a hookup spot. Like, it's for online. I mean, I feel like it's quicker. Being that you have some people that are just shy, period, whether they online or offline, they just shy in real life. So it may become easier for those type of people to talk to somebody because it's online and I'm not having to walk up to you. I can just send you a message. And if you send back, you send back. If you don't, oh well, on to the next. And but it's to each his own. Everybody have their way of communicating now.
Exactly, and what he stated is totally true. It's quicker, but I'm gonna be the one that, with the exception to the rule. I have not yet really experienced the online dating type situation.
So you weren't on BGC Live and on Black Planet?
Even with Black Planet and BGC,
Yahoo Messenger?
even with that, like, I still did not want to do much of meeting until, like, I met you in person. Like, I'm one of those people that like to read your aura. And
I'm that way.
So you want to let me read your mind?
Yeah,
No.
Majority of anybody that I have dated within past or recent is because of church, Walmart, Walgreens.
The bar.
I don't know how to really converse.
You better be
Church.
You need to write a dating book on how to find people because that is not on anybody's top 10 list, I don't think at all.
No, the church is the best place to go.
All you gotta do
If
is
you
say,
want-
where y'all going after church?
And you're going to start hanging out with them. Before you know it.
That's the only statement that you have to have. If you are a church boy or church girl,
What y'all doing after church?
what you doing after church?
Nothing. Let's go to brunch.
All right, next we need to talk about this. 30 plus. Let's have the real conversation about sex pills. Because everybody, when we bring it up, they're always like, oh, I don't need that, I don't need that. And I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, if you get to a point where you living your best life through a vitamin, like everybody else has to take a vitamin for something, why is there this stigma about sex pills as we age as men?
Because if let's be totally honest with you, if the reason why it has become a stigma, or has probably always been a stigma, is that you don't want to feel less than.
But why do you feel less than?
Because that's just the way that we have been programmed. I mean, if you're not able to lift the weight that your brother is able to lift, what your parents had you do something.
Not a damn thing, because we didn't do all that. I ain't lift nobody's weight because I am a lady, okay? So I was not doing all that. It's all right. But
But in all honesty, I mean that's just being honest about the situation. If you are not able to do something, they always gave you something or they have you take something or whatever. So it's programmed into us. There's something that we can do, however, but it's not always something that we want to do because we have to acknowledge that okay, something is lacking within us, and therefore we need to have an assistance. Now, us as black men, when it comes down to getting assistance, we don't want to do the bare minimum. So y'all can contact me at 1-800.
Right.
But you know that now it's only certain people that's like that because these rappers always talk about I pop the jigger, pop Viagra, pop the, because they know that's what keep them going. Like
the honey packets that everyone's like posting.
They know that's
online.
what keep them going. And I don't think nowadays sex pills are not needed like it was when our parents and grandparents was growing up because because it was like I'm getting older. Now,
getting older.
No, I'm saying, but now a lot of people use them to stay going. Because it's not that so much that I can't get up. It's the point that once I nut, I'm done. But if I pop this pill, I might be able to last about an hour and a half and might not bust it off. Who knows? Because
okay, so and that is
it's the mystery for it. Who knows?
But that is an honest truth. And
it's true.
I have dabbled into the lifestyle of
dabbled. Look at you
and making things available for certain people for certain situations. Now, this is also the thing, and I want to bring this up, is that because so many drugs type situations are being utilized,
yes,
your body is now beginning to become dependent on those things.
Yeah.
And so your body doesn't react the way that you want it to react because therefore we are now on weed or on a psychedelic weed or we're on pills and now your body is just basically
you need this.
You need this.
So you can mentally become addicted to the sex pill thinking you know what?
He said he don't think everybody's straight. People are straight. Hell, they got straight, gay, bi,
Let me tell you something. I can.
If they ain't straight,
you were one of those people that wrote an essay in high school, and she was like, "Write about this topic," and you wrote about
people being straight.
Straight Benjamins. That being
and you're absolutely correct. But if you ask me one general question, what I normally do is tend to go to the generalization of whatever it is that you ask me, but go into a broader spectrum in order I want people to understand and grasp concept of everything. Like, be a logical thinker.
Gotcha.
That's too much talking.
I'm crazy.
Don't be going outside the spectrum.
So anyway, last question I have, and then we're going to move on to my favorite rapid fire round, and this will be really cool because they put effects and shit everywhere.
Wow.
But why do people think that it could be jaded? Well, like they always say, older men are jaded or older men have issues. Why do you think that is?
Oh, I don't know, because I like older men. Me myself personally.
Well, yes, you do.
Married one.
Yes, you did. But I don't think people find it jaded. It depends on how the older gentleman approach the younger gentleman.
Yeah.
Because
you come up as a horny grandfather.
Hey boy,
sugar granddaddy or whatever. It depends on your approach because you can look your age but be well taken care of. Mm-hmm. I can look at you and say, hey, yeah, you have a few gray hairs, but you're well taken care of. You take care of yourself. So I mean, I can converse with you. I can have a conversation with you, and let's see where it goes. But if you seem like that one that I gotta feed the pill to. Then no, we're not gonna have a good conversation. No, we're not gonna go forward, and chances are you gonna really hate me by the time I finish telling you about what's going on.
That sounds about right. All right. So real quick, my favorite thing. All right, rapid fire round. You ready? So you have no time to think about an answer.
Oh, that means
so it's gonna be question, answer. I don't even care how crazy it is. Just give me something. First thing, who could write the soundtrack to your sex life?
Beyonce.
I was gonna say Rihanna for me.
I was gonna give you Anita Baker. All right. Number 2, celebrity or anybody who's like famous, who's your age or older than you that you want to fuck.
Angela Bassett.
Idris Elba.
3, what is your favorite color to have sex under?
Blue.
Green.
You're a green? Come on, blue. Good to know. Your biggest turn on?
Dick.
Kissing.
No.
Your biggest turn off.
Bad
Stank
breath.
ass.
This is a what?
Bad breath.
Bad breath.
Who
All right.
in it?
Well, shoot, this is gonna backfire, but this is my last one. Would you fuck someone in this room? The crew is included.
I'm just gonna laugh. Lord, have
Rapid
mercy.
fire.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you all so much for joining me on this edition of My Heart Belongs to Zaddy on After Hours. We look forward to having you on our next episode. Thank you to my guest, my husband, Christian Williams, my Ninty, Deldrick Sibley.
Minty.
Minty. Thank y'all so much. Keep crazy, do something wild, but don't get arrested. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I ain't shaking it for you, I'm shaking it for me. When I look back at it, I'm the only one I see. Shaking it for you, I'm shaking it for me. Bounce that big booty, yeah. Bounce it all around, shake it up, break it down, yeah. Bounce it all around, let your knees touch the ground, yeah. Bounce it all around, shake it up, break it down, yeah. Bounce it all around, let your knees touch the ground. I'm in the mirror, ooh, I keep getting thick. Grab a pen and tell him that it ain't no trick. Write it down. He could dabber when he poking in them sweats. Doing squats till I catch him all like a man.